Deviant behavior in public parks.
Deviant leisure is defined as an activity must be considered socially unacceptable by the majority of the population in which the activity is participated in. Some of the most common forms of deviant leisure that are seen in parks are vandalism and drug and alcohol use. Vandalism, and specifically graffiti writing, seems to have the most effect on the public parks of La Crosse, with nearly every public park showing some signs of it. An estimated $12 billion a year is spent cleaning up graffiti in the United States. Signs of graffiti have spiraling effects on the community, such as reducing retail sales, reduced ridership on transit systems, and declining property values. The broken windows theory states that visible signs of crime, antisocial behavior, and civil disorder create an urban environment that encourages further crime and disorder, including serious crime. Larry Kaufman, the director of communications for Keep America Beautiful, says that even the appearance of graffiti is often perceived by residents and passers-by as a sign that a downward spiral has begun.
We asked Dan Trusoni, Deputy Director of Parks, Forestry, and Facilities at La Crosse Parks and Rec, questions regarding his experience with deviant behavior. The interview was conducted via email. If I had to put a percentage to it, I would say 20% of my day is spent focusing on addressing this behavior.
According to the U.S. Office of Justice Programs, nationwide, roughly 30% of Parks and Recreation Department's maintenance budget goes towards vandalism repair.
In some instances, park users avoid certain locations altogether. We have previously moved programming locations due to deviant behavior.
According to the ASU Center for Problem-Oriented Policing, a park is considered safe when it is a dynamic place where the design, maintenance, and policing of the park work together so that the general public perceives the park as a safe place, wants to go to the park regularly, and spends their optional time in the park engaged in valued activities. A park is considered risky when it is a place where crime and disorder has become the norm to the degree that local users consider the park unsafe, try to avoid being in the park, and limit their time in the park to necessary activities.
Even given previous responses, I still feel La Crosse parks are very safe for users. There are many measures put in place to reduce deviant behavior. They include, but are not limited to, signage, surveillance, police presence, security contracts, visibility clearing, locks, public notices, design strategies, etc.
The La Crosse Parks Department works with the La Crosse Police Department to help patrol parks. We talked to Officer Jay Rollins of the La Crosse Police Force, who discussed his work with park patrols.
So like me and one other officer are over the parks. So we work with the Parks Department, we work with the bus depot, we work with parking and utility, and then try to solve issues as they present themselves. Like with the parks right now, until we have identified issues, like we pretty much let people be as is. I mean, if we're not trying to create a problem where there isn't a problem. I mean, usually if two groups of people are taking up an area and one group is not happy with the other group, then we come out and educate and explain, and then if we have to, we do more.
Some solutions suggested by the U.S. Department of Justice programs to help keep parks safer and to discourage deviant leisure were park patrols, community involvement with park planning, outreach programs to get youth involved with park activities, alternatives to glass windows, paint that allows for easy graffiti removal, and lighting. Communities have also been successful in reducing graffiti by supporting street art initiatives, by providing a graffiti wall, a space specifically dedicated to graffiti artists to participate in the community, as well as businesses hiring graffiti artists to create murals for their buildings.
Although deviant behavior is a pervasive issue, there are steps that can be taken to reduce the impact on park users. By providing and maintaining safe and clean parks, we can meet the recreation and leisure needs of our community and foster a space where all feel welcome.